Hello everybody, it is Jamarcus, and I'm here with the third week of the BHA. We are faced off against Midnight Lucy, who just picked up this team less than a week before we played, and this team is terrifying. They have some incredible offensive threats. Gardevoir, which is one of the best Terra Captain. It's Infernape just sitting down here at the end, but it's very strong into my team as well. And then they have decent hazard removal. They have Defog for screens. They also have Psychic Fangs, which they're definitely bringing. Or Blaziken this game, which can break my screens. Very scary game. And then Swampert and Serena for some slow pivots. I don't know if Bellibolt will show up. I think Gardevoir is just too good. Also, Petrant is pretty hard for me to take down with my offensive threats. It can definitely live in Earth Power from this and knock off from Blaziken. So, I wanted to bring a pretty hyper offensive team. Despite them having a lot for screens, I still want to bring screens. I think they're really valuable this game. Then I also bring Elite Frostlass with Terra Fighting. It helps against this thing. It can click Wisp pretty freely if Infernape doesn't show up. And I want some spikes up this game. Poltergeist is also pretty strong. That's my other option. Kill a Gardevoir. Honestly, not do that much to Petrant, 50% if they're offensive. So here's the team I brought. Starting off with Blaziken, just protect 3 attacks. I didn't want SD this game. I didn't think I was going to click it. I just want this to clean up late game. I click protect. I'm faster than everything. Then Flare Blitz, close combat, and knockoff hit their whole team pretty hard. Then I had Grimmsnarl for screens. Max defense helps out against Chien-Pao. And then Spirit Break so that I can actually hit it. And Thunder Wave for everything else. Kind of walled by Swampert, but that's fine. Get up screens and switch out. I have Weakness Policy Iron Treads. The set's definitely bad, but I wanted to bring something fun. So I have Spin just to get the speed boost, and if hazards go up, I guess I have it. Iron Defense, which I'm probably never going to click, but I didn't really need coverage, I didn't think. It could just help me get a Weakness Policy up against like a Choice Banded Scizor clicking close combat. Even if I have Reflect up, that's still doing a lot of damage, so maybe I click Iron Defense. And then Earthquake Ice Spitter hits their whole team fairly well. I have my lead Sash Frostlass. Terra Fighting helps me against Chien-Pao a lot. I have Wisp and Spikes, which just helps support my team. And then Terra Blast for Chien-Pao, and Poltergeist hits everything else pretty hard. Next I have Meteor Beam Power Herb Necrozma with just 4 attacks. Just do a lot of damage into the team. Dark Pulse kind of sucks. It's not doing that much into a Latios, but the rest of the team is getting hit very hard with those 3 moves. I can bring Modest this week. I just have enough speed to be outspeeding a Serena. No, a Scizor, sorry. A Jolly Scizor. I do not outspeed a Serena if they're running max speed. Okay, and then my last Pokemon, I have Enamorus with Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Draining Kiss, Earth Power. Enough speed to outspeed a Latios after I Thunder Wave it. Max Special Attack, and then some Bulk. This set's pretty bad too, but maybe we can make it work. Get some defense boost, nothing can kill me. Draining Kiss up, I have leftovers, which usually I'm pretty anti-leftovers in draft, but I think they could be good here. And then Earth Power for coverage. This coverage is hitting most of their team. Actually, their whole team neutrally, and about half of it super effectively. So, let's see how this game went. They bring Serena, which was a little surprising. No Infernape is great to see. No Swampert is fantastic to see. Because Blaziken can't really kill Swampert unless it takes 50% chip, which is pretty unlikely. So no Swampert is great for Blaziken. Serena means they can remove my hazards a bit easier, but I'm okay with that. I do have a spin blocker if I decide to not Terra, but I probably want to get that Terra Fighting off right away. So, let's see how we do. Scizor lead into Frostlass. This is fantastic. I can Terra Fighting. They're not going to kill me with anything. Unless they click Dual Wing Beat, which if they do, they're the better player. I'm Sash. I can get a Wisp on this thing. Wisp is super free. Getting Wisp on anything is great. If they decide to go Lottie, they would have to risk a speed tie. And I'm Sash, so I can just Poltergeist and kill them. If they go Petrant, I Wisp them and Poltergeist do a lot of damage. If they go Gardevoir, same thing. So, they click Bullet Punch. They do 77% after Terra, which that's a low roll on Choice Band. So I know they're Choice Band. Or maybe they're just Metal Coat. But I was pretty confident they're Choice Band off of that roll. I disable them and I miss my Wisp, which kind of sucks. But I get the disabled Curse Body on Bullet Punch, and I'm pretty sure they're choice banned, so I know they're locked in here. They could just click Struggle here, but I didn't think they would. I figured they would switch here. So looking at the rest of their team, they're not going to go Qian Pao on what they're expecting is a Wisp. I'm just going to click Poltergeist here. Pretty sure they're switching. If they decide to go Gardevoir or Petrarunt on a Wisp and get hit with a Poltergeist, that would be fantastic. And that is exactly what they do. But do I hit? I do. So Gardevoir down. I see that there was Choice Scarf, so I'm pretty sure Lottie's not Choice Scarf now. That's fantastic for me. I'm surprised they bring Choice Scarf Lottie because its Speed Tie is my fastest Pokemon. Or sorry, they didn't bring Choice Scarf Lottie. I'm lying. Choice Scarf Guard is pretty good. So Gardevoir down is fantastic. They go Qian Pao. I could save this. I tried to click Terra Blast just in case they get greedy and try to click Sub or SD. So I sack this. And then I thought a lot about this next turn, but I just go Grimmsnarl. Necrozma, since I see Life Orb can just die to Crunch, so I didn't want to go that. Iron Treads, I don't have a super effective move on this thing, so I'm not killing it. And Blaziken, I could just die to a Psychic Fangs. Yes, I could Protect and then be faster than it next turn, but I thought that would just let something in like Petrarunt, and now I'm not killing Petrarunt, and they're poisoning something for free. That force in Treads, and Treads can struggle to a KO Petrarunt, depending on the spread. So I go Grimmsnarl, I get my screens up. They go Scissor, which is surprising because I just click Reflect. Then I Thunder Wave this thing. I realize Bullet Punch isn't going to do that much to me. I'm max defense. This thing, getting Thunder Wave means it's slower than Enamorus, which could be pretty good, even though they're just going to be clicking Bullet Punch into that anyways. But I decide to para this. My other play, I guess I can go Blaziken there. But they just click U-turn. They go back to Qian Pao, which was surprising. Like, this thing doesn't do any damage to me. Maybe they thought I don't have Spirit Break. My last move is Parting Shot. Like, I have dual screens, Thunder Wave, Parting Shot, which means this thing would wall me because it's a Dark type. It's immune to Prankster. But I made sure to bring an attacking move this week for this Qian Pao. So they click Sacred Sword. It doesn't do any kind of damage to me. And I Spirit Break and take out the Qian Pao. That's fantastic for me. That opens up Enamorus a lot. It also helps Necrozma quite a bit as well. So out comes Scizor. I decide to switch Treads now. If they go for the close combat, I'm going to take about 60%, get my weakness policy, and then Earthquake should kill an offensive Scizor. But they just decide to click U-turn. Here is where I think there's a misplay in what I did. I click Ice Spinner. I do a lot of damage, and they click Agility. If that happened to be weakness policy, this would be a different game. I think I would have been fine. I still could have gotten a light screen up. Enamorus isn't going to die to anything. Although I was Draining Kiss, so if they start clicking Calm Mind, Draining Kiss was not going to kill this. Necrozma would also probably be able to take a hit. So I don't think I would have lost the game, but it would have been closer. So I Spinner. The Aura Sphere, they failed to kill me. They give me my weakness policy. And I kill them with another Ice Spinner. No reason to Rapid Spin there, because I'm already faster than the rest of the team. They're going for the Bullet Punch kill, but they get parried. I get pretty lucky there. I fail to kill with the Earthquake, and they get the next Bullet Punch. I go Necrozma, because I realize I can just get a kill. Photon Geyser would have killed Scizor there anyway, so I just click it. It's my most accurate move. And then I go for Meteor Beam against this thing, and I miss, which is pretty unfortunate. The U-turn doesn't do much damage. Back to Scizor, they get parried again, which Bullet Punch wouldn't have done that much anyways. I would have been alive. And then we pretty much wrap the game up with Necrozma here. So that is the game. We get a 4-0. I think the only misplay I really made was that Ice Spinner on Latios. That could have been pretty poor for me. Otherwise, I think I played pretty well. Maybe I could have gotten Blaziken in on Scizor or Qian Pao, but Petrarunt was at full HP, so I don't think that was the right play. So there's week 3 of the BHA. We are now 2-1. We're doing better. Started it off with a loss, but we're kicking back up here. I'm figuring out how to use Hyper Offense. I don't usually build Hyper Offense, so I'm experimenting, but it seems like I'm getting better. So I will see you in week 4. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.